Respected elders, educationists, dear teachers, and dear students, welcome. In this class, we are going to see five couplets from 256 to 260 under the chapter Not Eating Meat. Let us enjoy what Valluvan tells us about the importance of not eating meat. Why we should not eat meat? Why we should not kill other animals? What are the factors hiding behind the idea of not killing living beings? Come, let us see them. Tirukural, comments and explanations with the new dimension. Five couplets from 256 to 260. Video 104. Dated 19/5/2024. Couplet 256. In the event of people not eating meat, none kill living beings and sell the meat. In the event of people not eating meat, none, that is, none would kill living beings and sell the meat. What is the message of this couplet? That is, if people are not in the habit of eating meat, if people are not in the habit of not eating meat, then nobody else would kill any animal and sell their meat. This is the message. That is, if people are not eating meat, then no one would kill any animal and sell their meat. This is the message of this couplet. In the event of people not eating meat, none kill living beings and sell their meat. Let us see the explanation. Explanation. If animals are not killed for meat, butcher can't run butchery. That is, if animals are not killed for meat, butcher can't run butchery. That is, as the habit of eating meat largely exists throughout the world. That is, as the habit of eating meat largely exists throughout the world. Animals are largely killed for meat. Animals are largely killed for meat. Content. Not eating meat is good. Not killing animals is better. Not eating meat is good. Not killing animals is better. What is the core? What is the core of this couplet? Killing animals is not virtue. Killing animals is not virtue. This is the center idea of this couplet. Killing animal is not virtue. Again, In the event of people not eating meat, none kill living beings and sell the meat. If people are not eating meat, then none would kill any animal and sell their meat. Couplet 257. The wound of animal is meat. Those who know it well won't eat meat. Again, the wound of animal is meat. Those who know it well won't eat meat. That is what is the message? What is the content? Apparent content of this couplet, that is the meat, the flesh of an animal is its ulcerous wound. The flesh of an animal is its ulcerous wound. People well aware of these facts would never eat meat. That is, the flesh of an animal is the ulceric wound. People who are well aware of this fact would never eat meat. Explanation. Meat is the ulcerous wound of animal. If people feel it rightly, they would give up eating meat. If people feel it rightly, they would give up eating meat. That is, if people realize that meat is the ulcerous of an animal, that is, if people realize that meat is the ulcer of an animal, they would stop taking meat. Content, content, as meat is the ulcer of an animal, avoiding it is good. As meat is the ulcer of an animal, avoiding it is good. Co. Desire for meat is not good. Desire for meat is not good. Again, the wound of animal is meat. Those who know it well won't eat meat. That is, the flesh of an animal is its ulcer, its wound. People well aware of it are not eating meat. People well aware of it are not eating meat. Text of the 258. Those who have realized killing is a harmful one wouldn't eat the flesh of the killed one. That is, those who have realized killing is a harmful one wouldn't eat the flesh of the killed one. What is the message? That is, killing an animal is a sin. Killing any living being is a sin. People who are well aware of these facts would never kill any animal and eat its food. First of that is, killing an animal is a sin. People well aware of this fact would never kill any animal and take its flesh as food. Explanation: people who are freed themselves from delusion. People who are freed themselves from delusion would never kill any animal and eat its flesh. People who are freed themselves from delusion would never kill any animal and eat its flesh. That is, wise people know well killing animal and eating its flesh is a sin. So they would never kill animals and eat their flesh. Content: killing animals and eating their flesh is not virtue. Killing animal and eating their flesh is not virtue. Co. Never harming animals is virtue. Never harming animal is virtue. Second couplet. Those who have realized the killing is a harmful one won't eat the flesh of the killed one. Killing an animal is a sin. People well aware of this fact would never kill an animal and eat its flesh. Couplet 259 of doing thousands of rituals to get the needed thing. No to kill animals and eat their flesh is a better thing. Again, of doing thousands of rituals to get the needed thing, not to kill animals and eat their flesh is a better thing. What is the message? What is the concept? What is the concept of this couplet? That is, instead of undertaking thousands of rituals to get our wishes fulfilled, not killing a living being is better. Again, instead of undertaking thousands of rituals to get our wishes fulfilled, not killing an animal and taking its flesh as food is better. Explanation: instead of performing thousands of rituals by pouring ghee, etc., on fire for simply getting our needs, not killing animals and eating their flesh is better. Again, instead of performing thousands of rituals by pouring ghee, etc., on fire for simply getting our needs, not killing animals and eating their flesh is better. That is, instead of going to temples and tanks, instead of going to temples and tanks to worship the Almighty for fulfilling our wishes, Instead of going to temples and tanks to worship the Almighty for fulfilling our needs, for fulfilling our wishes, not killing animals and eating their flesh is better. Content, not killing animals and eating their flesh is more worthful than worshipping God. Not killing animals and eating their flesh is more worthful than worshipping God, than thousands of rituals. Go for trying to get what is not. For trying to get what is not, guarding what is wisdom. For trying to get what is not, guarding what is wisdom. Okay. Again, of doing thousands of rituals to get the needed thing, not to kill animals and eat their flesh is a better thing. That is, instead of undertaking thousands of rituals to get our wishes fulfilled, not killing an animal and eating its flesh is better, is greater. And couplet 260. He who kills not and eats not flesh of living things will be worshipped with folded hands by all living things. A beautiful couplet. That is, he who kills not and eats not flesh of living things will be worshipped with folded hands by all living things. Mean, what is the concept? What is the idea of this couplet? What is the message world one wants to tell us? That is, he who kills not and eats not flesh of living things. That is, killing any living being is a sin. Killing any living being is a sin. If a man does not kill, if a man never kills any living being and never eats meat, then all living beings on the earth would worship him with folded hands. Again, if a man never kills any living being and never eats meat, then all living beings on the earth would worship him with folded hands. This is the message. That is explanation. The man who does not kill any animal and eat meat would be worshipped by all creatures with hands. Worshipped by creatures with folded hands. The man who does not kill any animal and eat meat would be worshipped by all creatures with folded hands. That is, if a man enjoys the habit of not harming animals, and doesn't eat meat, all living beings will worship and wish him heartily. Again, if a man enjoys the habit of not harming animals and doesn't eat meat, all living beings will worship and wish him heartily. All living beings would worship and wish him heartily. Okay? Content, content. It is concept. Non killing and non eating meat would be hail. Non killing and not eating meat would be hail. So, killing and eating meat are great sins. Killing and eating meat are great sins. This is the Quran. This is the central concept. This is the concept of the couplet. Again, he who kills not and eats not flesh of living things will be worshipped with folded hands by all living things. That is, those that is who are not killing animals and are not eating meats would be worshipped by all creatures on the earth. Renunciation of flesh, not eating meat. Comments. Saint Balwan deeply argues the concept of non killing and not eating meat. That the law of nature is that one living thing could exist taking a weaker one as its prey. That is the law of nature is one living thing could exist taking a weaker one as its prey. It is the concept of nature. Only plant, the one sense living thing, makes its food by itself with the help of the sunlight. Except plants, all other living things live on either plants or other weaker animals. Except plants, all living things exist on either plants or other weaker beings. Plant is also a living thing. Plant is also a living thing. Man and other herbivores, animals live on plants and their seeds. Having animals as prey is the condition of nature. Having animals as a prey is the condition of nature. But harming but harming living beings is not safe. This is the central idea. This is the core concept of this chapter, I would say. It is harming living beings is a sin. This is the core concept of this chapter. Respected elders, educationists, they teachers and their students. In this five couplets, we have said, what is the argument of Balduvan regarding the concept of non killing and not taking meat? See, it is his concept. Yes, it is what he feels. But on no account should kill any animal and take its flesh as food. It is what he feels. But in the scientific and rational world, meat is the meat is the important food occupying all the dining tables throughout the world. Meat is the main item occupying all a dining tables throughout the world. That is silly. So shortly, except plants, all living things live on the lower living thing and also on plants. It is nature. It is the condition of nature. So one animal killing it, taking its prey, killing a lower one is the condition of nature. But what world feels is man should not kill animal and take its flesh as food. It is his concept. So whatever it is, as far as myself is concerned, I could say that is uh, 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 non-vegetarian. I'm a non-vegetarian. There may be some people who are not taking meat, but it is clear it is not the matter. Whether you are taking meat or not, that is not the matter. But on no account should you harm other living beings. On no account should you harm other living beings. That should be taken as the main, that is the core concept of this chapter. So, among these five couplets, the couplet that has attracted me much is see, if a man is, that is, if a man is in the habit of not killing and not taking meat, then all the living creatures and all the creatures on the earth would worship him. Yes, if a man is in the habit of never killing and not eating meat, then the entire living beings would worship him with folded hands. That is the couplet 260 tells us. It is see the couplet. That is, he who kills not and eats not flesh of living things. He who kills not and eats not living things will will be worshipped with folded hands by all living things. Okay, that is a couple of 260. He who kills not and eats not living beings will be worshipped by all living things. Yes. If you are a man of having mercy on all living beings, you won't try to harm any living. That is the tendency of A graceful heart, that is merciful heart, would never tend to harm any living being, not only man, but also all other living beings. We should treat all living beings as ourselves. That is what Valluvan wants us. Okay, respected elders, educationists, the teachers, and dear students. I thank all of you for listening my comments on the five couplets from 256 to 260 under the head, under the chapter renunciation of meat. That is not eating meat. So till I meet you in the next class, I wish all of you a very nice and sweet time. Thank you.